G'day guys, I hope you enjoyed that intro and welcome to episode 33. We're getting so far into it now that it is getting harder to remember how many episodes I'm up to. I have had to Google a couple of times and check what episode was last. But firstly, let me start off by saying thank you so much for the support I've had behind this ride. When I first started building it, I thought I would have gotten a lot of backlash from people that wanted this to be a Minnie Mouse roller coaster and wanted it to be an exact recreation of how it is, that it's perfectly one-to-one. But the feedback I'm getting of people loving how different this is and how obviously nice it looks at the moment, because obviously you can't recreate it as it is in the real life, and you can't get away from obviously Planet Coaster's design limits. But I feel like I've found a nice balance between it looking good enough for Planet Coaster, but then also looking good enough for, hey, if in 2-3 years Movie World decides, look, the indoor roller coaster isn't really working as the Wild Mouse, they might be able to upgrade to a launch coaster like this, because to my knowledge, I don't think we have an indoor coaster in Australia apart from the Scooby-Doo coaster, but then it is kind of just a Wild Mouse in a building. So maybe this is something Movie World looks forward to into moving forwards. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think. This video today has a couple of different areas together. This has the main hallway where the knights attack you, turns around into this part that I'm building now, which I've built into like little crypt areas, and then it goes into the main guillotine area with the two blades swinging back and forwards. This part I found very hard to create, as it was hard to get the design right of the sizing, because obviously you don't want the guests to fly past this too fast where they don't get to see anything, but then you don't want them to go too slow where the excitement level of this roller coaster just goes to nearly a zero. But I think I found a nice balance. At the moment, positive news, this is in the workshop now. It is currently hidden, but it is uploaded onto the workshop now. It is all ready to go for Christmas Day. Currently just building a couple of different sets for a trailer that I'm going to put together quickly and then release hopefully Christmas Day sometime. Maybe around lunchtime or dinner time, I'm not sure yet. It depends on how well this video goes, I guess. So this is just me trying to create just an eye line difference. The one thing I love in all of these roller coasters that I've been building is if you took the roof off, when you look down, it looks like an actual roller coaster that's been built. So they have these sort of barriers to distract you from where the ceiling really is. So obviously it's in a massive warehouse shed, but these are false roofs, so it gives the illusion that you're not in a shed, you're in obviously a castle or whatever it is near the ending. You'll see this done a lot in obviously the Superman Escape, and then obviously in this where they have that. But if the lights were turned on, you would see all the way up to the roof properly. But I feel like with enough lighting, we can hide a lot in this game. So this part took me a long time to create. I did want to keep all of this stuff in there. I realized I could have cut it all and made this video a lot shorter, but I feel like I enjoy seeing the process of it. So especially in this part, in the guillotine part, even in this ride initially was going to have a chain lift hill, and then I ended up deciding, you know what, I feel like if Movie World was going to come around and do something like this, they would want to capitalize on their future projects with the Wizard of Oz area. So that massive lift hill tower, in the screenshots at the moment for the Wizard of Oz area that's coming up, that tower is still there, and it's as oblivious as anything, just standing there in the middle of the thing. So I thought, if in a future video we decide to remove Arkham Asylum Coaster and build whatever it is they're building there, it'd be cool to also hide this ride from them sight lines as well. But yeah, so at the moment I'll be popping in and out of this video. If you're going to sit through the whole thing, thank you very much. If not, that's totally fine. Get excited for Sunday. Christmas is Sunday. I keep forgetting. Where, yeah, you'll be able to download this for yourself. I'll check back in a couple of minutes, obviously, when we get to another part. Thank you. This will just be a quick tip for you guys in your builds. As you can see there where I have the guillotines crossing over, I built it with the coloured pieces to show the sight lines of the blades, where they're going to be, where the edges of them are. Just because I didn't want to have to constantly keep pausing and playing and pausing and playing, and it was good to be able to see where I could build something, where I couldn't build something. So you'll see this part here in these next couple of minutes of where I really struggled with getting the overall layout of this area. I wanted it to look a little bit more like the movie. I didn't want it to be just this dark tiny corridor like it is in real life. I wanted it to actually mean something to be coming to this area, to that oh my goodness, like this has to be close. But obviously it's close but not too close. But yeah, so you'll see a couple of different variations of what I try to work out, but I really feel like I'm very happy with how I've ended up on this. We'll check back in later. So as I'm just finishing up on the lighting and all that sort of stuff, I really wanted this area to have like a pulse sort of vibe, that it was like it was breathing constantly and that it was like waiting for you to get there. But this last part here, this is where the initial chain lift hill was going to be. I had it a couple of versions of it where it did go up into a chain lift. I might put that at the end of the video just as a like little show and tell of things. Actually, I might put it in right now as a little side shot of what it actually was and what it will be in the end. But I realized that this part would have been really cool instead as a like running into a spiked wall. I feel like I haven't really seen that before in an area, and it kind of weighs in off of the guillotine part, but then also has its own little scary part of being something else entirely. But as I said, I needed a little mine shaft. That was very hard to create, was this mine shaft. It took me a very long time to build. But yeah, as I said, I'm very happy with how it turned out, because you can hide a lot of them awkward places with different things. But yep, as I said, I will see yous all on Sunday for the official reveal of the Scooby-Doo coaster. I don't know what to call it. Should I call it? I can't call it a next gen because they've already got the next gen. I don't know. Leave a comment down below what you think the Scooby-Doo coaster should be called. What a version 3 would be for Movie World. What they would name it. Yeah, leave it down in the comment. Always have a good day. Make sure you're enjoying yourselves. Make sure you're looking after yourselves and keeping up with all your stuff. I'd love to see some of your builds, so make sure you comment them down below so I can check them out. But as always, have a good day, and I'll see you next time.